Hi guys, welcome to a quick play of Konbatto Sukūru on the arcade. It was released by Konami in 1988. You play as, player 1 plays as Nick and player 2 plays as Joe, or the CPU takes his role in one player mode, and you have to progress through basic training. It's Konami's twist on their track and field games, where it's been replaced by a Konbatto Sukūru theme, so you're going through boot camp. In fact, it was known as boot camp in North American territories. Quite why I had to change the name, I don't know, but there you go. It's what they used to do quite a lot. You progress through various events, and on the arcade game originally you controlled the game with a trackball and 2 function buttons. Now I say function buttons because they did change what they did for the event really. So first event there was the obstacle course. Now the second is firing range, which is 3 firing ranges in total. This one is just I think you got an LMG there, and you've just got to take out as many targets as you can. The bottom shows how many I've got to actually hit. Got a number tracker there, and I've got like a visual tracker, which is how many you have to get to actually qualify for the progression. Now the game did have a feature where if you just missed out on qualifying, you actually had got thrown a second chance, where you had to do chin-ups as a penalty event, and if you did enough chin-ups you could have been able to progress, but that was only a one-off feature, so you couldn't keep from nearly failing. Some of the events as well didn't have the backup feature of if you failed, which were the final event really, which I'll get to in a moment. Stage 3 is the Ironman race. It's basically the same as the obstacle course, but viewed from a top-down perspective. Just trying to struggle with the controls here at the moment, just trying to figure out what to do. But again, you can basically ignore your opponent as long as you actually beat the time. That's what you're against really. The quicker you do the events as well, the race events, or the higher scores you get on the firing ranges, actually kind of awards you bonus time for the next event as well. You've probably seen that on the 2 completion screens that I've had so far. So yeah, that's a pretty straightforward one, but with a tracker ball it's obviously being attacked by a fly. A tracker ball, it's obviously quite difficult and quite a physical game really, because you're spinning the thing like mental. So yeah, I got a 5 second bonus for the next level. Little intermission cutscene. Fire range 2 I believe it is now, which is you are mobile on this one. You can move from left to right, and you have to shoot the tank drones. You have to get as many as you can here. Now if you think about it, when it's 2 players simultaneous, you're both shooting the same amount of tanks here, so it is actually quite a lot harder to get the score required. I don't actually know if more tanks spawn to compensate for that. I think they must do, because I've not missed that many here, and I'm running low on time with a full 5 second bonus from the previous level, and I'm struggling to get the required score. I actually think I'm going to fail it, and this should be enough for me to get the chin-ups to try and progress. Yeah, I failed it by 1. Yeah, so there you go, you get your stern look from your instructor, and you get thrown a second chance, so you've got to do a set number of chin-ups, which involve going mental on the rollerball and pressing the function buttons at the same time to chin up. You've got to do 7. Not that difficult to do on a pad, but obviously on a rollerball it would have been pretty tricky to do. You'd have been spinning that ball like an absolute nutter.
This is kid stuff. Ready.
Right, this is kind of a bonus stage. This doesn't actually matter if you fail or not. It's just a button basher really, and just a competitive edge against your teammate really. No, actually beat me there. If you fail it, you don't lose. You get to progress on to the next level. Now, oh, this is horrible. This one. Now, this is like the sniper test in this was. You've no control over the target as such, other than moving left and right, and it's very sluggish for some reason. You do also get penalty points for shooting the instructor targets. I'm not getting anywhere near this, just simply due to the controls. It's shocking on this level. That's a shame. Even if I had my back up, I didn't even get anywhere near that. The control just seemed very, very sluggish, and I was tapping left and right and it was just not moving at all. Oh, I'll have another go. It's not a very long game anyway, because I mean that was the penultimate event there. The event following that is the fight with your instructor. You actually have quite a number of moves and you have to register a number of hits on your instructor. That's the only event where your chin up back up system isn't actually there, because you can't nearly fail that, you just simply win or lose. And then if you do pass that, you actually go into a mission then. And the mission involves side scrolling from bizarrely right to left, I think it is. And it involves jumping over terrorists, punching terrorists. And then there's a fight near the end as well with the leader of the terrorists, which it goes a bit like your fight with your instructor really. It's a very difficult level though, so you only take one hit and you're dead. There we go, shooting range 1 again. This one's quite easy. I actually only ever came across this game once in the arcades and I absolutely sucked royally at it. I couldn't even get past the first assault course due to the rollerball mechanic. But I did have this on the Spectrum and I absolutely loved the game on the Spectrum, so I may try and do a playthrough of that if I can get a working copy of it. The Spectrum benefited from tighter controls, if I remember, because obviously it was designed for a joystick, while this is not designed for a pad or any kind of modern controller, because you're supposed to be playing it with a rollerball. That'll probably explain why the why it was so sluggish on that final firing range really. I would imagine you have to spin left and right to move the target, and I think you have to spin quite vigorously in one direction or another to actually get it to move one target across, and obviously on the pad that would be like tapping several times in one direction, which is end up over tapping and skipping quite a few targets, so I think I'm going to struggle with that level. But yeah, the Iron Man race, obviously I know what I'm doing now, doing infinitely better here. I've already got the boat. CPU decided to miss the boat entirely, which is a bit bizarre because it's longer swimming. Yep.
You made it.
You should get a full time bonus for that, I think. 16 seconds left, or 15 is it? Yeah, there we go. Could do with getting the full 5-second bonus for winning that arm wrestling really, so I've got as much time as possible on that shooting range. What's next now? It's the drone firing again.
Ready, fire!
See if I can pass this time, because I missed it by 1, didn't I? Just need to do better at the final bit of it when they're just coming down randomly. And that's the key to it. Yeah, that was good. Got in the right position there. Like I say, I got first introduced to the game on the Spectrum, and it's quite a cracking conversion of the game, to be honest with you. Everything's there. All the events are there. Highly recognisable. I think probably the worst one, which you're not going to be able to see really, because I don't think I'm going to get to it, is the fight instructor. Yeah, made it that time by quite a considerable amount. Full of half a row there. Right, arm wrestling time. Let's see if we can beat him this time.
Go!
Yeah, go on. He's going down. Oh, just beat him. Oh well. 3 seconds. Right, here we go again then.
Ready, fire!
Oh, yeah. This is. I think it's just simply due to the running on MAME. It's not designed for a pad, and this event's just not suitable for modern controls. Really, it does really need the original trackball. I am doing better, but I'm not going to get anywhere near qualifying, unfortunately. So I think that'll be the end of this video here, guys. But yeah, that's Konbatto Sukūru on the arcade. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching.